Hello, this is Sheila Cunningham. Welcome to Summer Splash. So today I thought it would be fun to go out on the water and take our boats and see if we couldn't see some whales. Of course, I don't think we'd see them here around Texas, but maybe if we were off the coast of California, maybe we would. But we would see other kinds of animals, maybe if we went to the lake here in Texas. So you'll notice that I've torn the paper on this one, and you could do this either if you had paper, all sorts of different blue colors, you could do that, or we're going to make our own paper. But I've just torn it, and then I've alternated the different colors from light to dark so that it looks like when the sun is shining off of the water. Sometimes when the sun shines on the peaks of the waves, then it looks very light. So that is the idea there. So I've made my own paper. A lot of artists have made their own paper. So Matisse made some of his own paper when he was too sick to paint anymore. Then he would have his assistants help him, and they would paint some paper, and he would cut it out and make his different shapes and assemble it. So here I've colored some different things, different colors. I was thinking about what color would I have the ocean, and if it was a sunset, maybe I would have some purples in there. Then I need some colors for the sails. So what colors would my sails be? I was thinking that they could be maybe purple or red, and I definitely need some black for the whale and for the boats. So I did kind of two different versions. I did just the version that's the kind of lighter, and then I did a darker one where I did it right on the end of the pencil. And here I have some different versions, kind of depending on what I want to do. So now that I have all my papers, then I could be ready to go. But let me show you how I did that. So for the first one, I'm going to show you. I have just this on a board so that it'll be nice and sturdy. And I'm just taking the crayon and I'm going on the side, and I'm just covering the whole entire paper. Now might want to come over, and if this is the shade I want, that'd be great, but I might want it a little bit darker. Now remember, I want to make a bunch of different shades. So I have some different colors that would maybe make some different colors of blue. This one's a little bit darker because I want to have some things to alternate so that I can make it look like the sun is reflecting off of the water. So I've got some already done. You can see how I have the different shades, and you can see how I've already kind of pre-torn one. So all I did was I came along here, and I just, with my two fingers, just came and how the waves look. So I just kind of am very carefully tearing it because I want it to be a little ripply like the water would be. So once I have all my different shades of blue, and then I have maybe a background paper, and on this paper I didn't need to go all the way down because I knew I was going to cover this one up. And I tried some different things on this one. I tried my crayon on the side to make some different things so it might look like some clouds in the sky. So here are some different papers that I have already torn, and I've decided that I'm going to have this color be my background color. So I'm going to think about how I want to arrange these. So I have one that has a straight edge. I want that to go right along the bottom. So then I want to have some contrast between this blue and the background. So I'm going to put the lighter color blue between this. So there is some contrast between these waves. And I can come in here with a darker color. Arrange these. Then here's a little bit lighter blue I did. Arrange that. And if it has a straight edge like this one, I want to make sure and hide it underneath the wave in front. And then I'm going to put another one. And there's a lot of arranging, so just be patient and then keep arranging your things, and they might get stuck like mine's being a little cranky here. And then I want to have more contrast between this color and this one, so I'm going to put one more row of this light color in here so that you can see the differences in the gradation of the water, like I have here. So then the next thing I want to do is I need to add some boats. And so I want to add some different shapes, and I've cut some different shapes out of some of these papers that I've colored. So, and I have 2 boats that are going to be here. So pour out some of my scraps. Now these are basically the same size, so I could put them close together. I could put one further apart. I think I like one over here, and I'm going to have it kind of sitting in the waves. I'm going to set another one up here. And then I've got some masts for the sailboat. And then I'm going to add some sails. So I already pre-cut some triangles. And of course I'm going to have one on each side. Now these sails, I made them kind of the same size, but sometimes you'll have one of the sails is a little bit smaller than the other one. Oops. Then I want to add some whales, and I had pre-cut some whales, and I want him to be kind of sitting right in the wave. Then maybe this one could be jumping up over here in case our viewers want to see it. Then I made some little spouts, and I did the 2 different colors mainly so I could have what they'd show off and make a little separation between the little water spouts. I could also trace around these if I wanted to. I could trace around any of my elements here to make them stand out a little bit more if I wanted to. So here is our collage that we did with the paper that we created. And you could either do it with your own paper you made, or you could do this with some colored paper. So I hope you have fun exploring this and think about the nice cool water and have a good time. Thank you for coming.